Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim Kelly. This is The Real Sports Talk. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to start doing, or at least I'm going to try to do these weekly NFL previews. It's something I try to do every year, and then I kind of get off task in the middle of the season because I'm just so focused on the storylines that are happening in the middle of the season, and that's preview the NFL games. And I'm going to try and do a separate video each week for the Thursday night game, which tomorrow night is technically the first Thursday night football game because last week's game was nationally televised on NBC. Very good game between the Patriots and the Ravens. I saw Peyton Manning tie the NFL record for touchdown passes in one game with 7. But I think I'm going to try and do that, and then I'm going to try and do a separate video for the Sunday NFL games, and the Monday night games will be included in that video as well. So certainly stay tuned for that. I will always post the predictions at facebook.com/TheRealSportsTalk. Didn't get a chance to make the videos last week. Made the predictions on there. Went 11-5 in the first week, and if it weren't for a Levante David shove of Geno Smith, I would have been 12-4. But nonetheless, the Jets did get a Week 1 win on a Levante David shove that set up Nick Folk to kick a game-winning 48-yard field goal in what ended up being the most surprising Week 1 victory. Either that or Eagles versus Redskins, which I predicted, so to me that wasn't a surprise. But nationally, I think it seems like people were surprised. So you saw the Jets get that win, and then the other surprise was how close the Patriots were to losing to the Buffalo Bills. No one necessarily played that great for the Bills, just the Patriots did not get a ton started until late. Shane Vereen had a good game. He's now out till Week 11 with a broken wrist. He was placed on the IR. And then we saw Tom Brady and Danny Amendola get the Patriots in field goal position for Steven Gostkowski to kick a game-winning field goal to give the Patriots a Week 1 win. So it certainly did not come as easily as people thought. And I don't think that necessarily heading into Week 2, when you, like I mentioned, you don't have Shane Vereen, Danny Amendola, who proved that when he's healthy, he's going to be an elite receiver for the Patriots. He's out this week. Rob Gronkowski still appears at least a week away from returning. He's listed as doubtful. So you have those 3 guys out, and if you look at what Tom Brady has to throw to, I have the Patriots depth chart up here. You look at Matthew Slater as the #1 receiver this week, or Julian Edelman's the #1 receiver, but then you have Matthew Slater, Aaron Dobson. I mean, it's not necessarily a stacked receiving core. It's funny when you think about the 2007 Patriots that Dante Stallworth, Randy Moss, just a stacked wide receiving core. Wes Welker was just coming onto the scene as an elite player at that point. It's funny when you think about how they've gone back to kind of a no-name wide receiver core for the most part, like they had with the Troy Browns of the world when they won the early Super Bowl. So you look at that, you look at what Tom Brady has there, and I think the recipe for them this week has to be a steady diet of handing the ball to Stephen Ridley, who had a tremendous season last year, and then also handing it to LeGarrette Blount, who they picked up in the offseason and can be a very valuable second runner, a power back for this team. So I think Tom Brady obviously is going to throw the ball a good amount of times, 35, 40 times at least, but you need to mix in the run, and that's what they did last year that made them, I think, a more dangerous team than they were in 2011, is they really had a legitimate rusher in Stephen Ridley. And I think if you find the right mix with Ridley and LeGarrette Blount, you find the right mix with Ridley catching passes out of the backfield to open things up for Edelman, the tight ends, everyone, then I think the Patriots should be able to handle the Jets. Because while Geno Smith, he was not bad in his opening game, Mark Sanchez isn't going to even be able to play this weekend. I don't think he's ever getting another shot with the Jets anyway. Geno Smith was not great. The Jets don't have a great running game. They have a young defense. They have no wide receiving core. This is still a football team that I think we look at winning 3 or 4 games the entire season. I'm not overreacting because Levante David shoved Geno Smith, got an unnecessary roughness kick, and Nick Folk was an NFL kicker who could hit a 48-yard field goal. I'm not going to overreact to that like it means that all of a sudden the Jets, are they a contender? No, they're not a contender. They're still a young team that has probably the most incomplete roster in the NFL at this point. So I look at this as a game where the Patriots should be able to win by 10 plus, probably a 27-14, something in that area is what I see on the first Thursday night football game of the year. And then you better believe next Thursday, my Eagles against Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs. That will probably be the highest rated game of the NFL season, so I'm definitely going to have a video for that. Going to try and get a video of this weekend, or previewing Sunday's games and Monday's games as well, and then also have the NFL Final Score on Sunday night, recapping all the NFL action. As usual, there is no better place to get your sports coverage, NFL in particular, than the Real Sports Talk at youtube.com/Mr. Kelstar, section215.com, facebook.com/TheRealSportsTalk if you missed anything, and follow me on Twitter at CashKelly_TRST, KASH Kelly_TRST. I will catch you guys next time.